Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Tonic Pharmaceuticals' mission is to improve health by inventing and developing innovative therapies and vaccines. And with me is CEO Seth Lederman to talk about this new, perhaps COVID treatment that you have. This is a humanized murine monoclonal antibody for the treatment and also prevention, right, of COVID. So explain more detail about that.
Thank you, Jane. Thanks for having me back. We're very excited. We licensed 3 monoclonal antibodies from Curia. And we're excited because the existing monoclonal antibodies that were developed to treat COVID no longer work. They've become obsolete because of the variants. So you may have followed that, for example, President Trump's life was saved by a monoclonal antibody. That was one made by Regeneron. There were 2 versions by Lilly. There's another version by Vir, co-marketed with GSK. And because of the variants, those 4 therapeutic antibodies are no longer available because they're no longer believed to work.
It's just unbelievable. Because I remember when those treatments came out, it was so hopeful, you know, that would at least get us through until there was a vaccine, and now they don't work anymore.
Right. Well, the good news is that although there are no antibodies available, the people that really need them now are people who are elderly, have medical comorbidities, or who are immunocompromised. And that, for example, organ transplant patients, people that have a transplanted kidney, liver, heart. And since we're involved with that group of doctors and those patients with another program, we're very interested in helping the organ transplant recipients. So what we're doing is bringing forth new antibodies that we believe can be effective against the variants, particularly the new variants. And hopefully this will give another sigh of relief for those people.
Yeah. Is that treatment available yet? I know you obtained the license, but is it out and available?
Not yet. Okay. We're still in development, and it's a very exciting area because this whole group of therapies, as I mentioned, that had been available is now obsolete. So we're really now on you know, it's a crisis.
It's been a good year so far for Tonix stock. Who are your top institutional shareholders?
Thanks. Yeah, just at the end of last year, between Christmas and New Year's, there was an announcement that we had a new institutional investor, Tang Capital, which is a well-known biotech investor from San Diego. So we're very grateful to have them file a 13G that they had bought about 7.5% of the company.
Oh, wow.
So we're really delighted that they're here, and we really hope to be able to attract additional institutional investors as our story evolves and people become more familiar with the really unique value proposition that we offer.
Yeah, well, and of course, the more your stock goes up, the better for all the treatments that you're able to create and provide. So, yes. Thank you so much, Seth. Great to have an update.
Thank you, Jane.
Thanks.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. If we didn't have partnerships and trust, nothing would move forward. We like to get to know the core of the client. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
here at Grove Coin we're opening doors, building strong and blazing our own trail. We're combining a complete digital finance ecosystem with cutting-edge sustainable technology to create a new kind of hybrid business. We believe in a healthier future, and that virtual currencies built with trust, integrity and purpose can help us all reach that future together. Grove Coin. Be a part of the innovators, be a part of the visionaries, be a part of the future.
Do your employees use Zoom? Do your employees use Microsoft Teams? Professionals need enhanced security. Add Zarify's Defender for the only secure, zero-trust video conferencing protection. Your employees, clients, and patients deserve it.
Hempacco's mission is to become one of the largest disruptors in one of the largest industries in the world, the tobacco industry. And with me is CEO Sandro Piancone to talk about the company and what you're going to be doing. Let's just start with the lead story. So you've got a joint venture with Snoop Dogg. So explain that. How did that happen? And tell me, what do you expect out of that?
So we're very excited to be making this announcement with Snoop Dogg. We believe he's an iconic figure in the world, that people know him all over the world. We set up a new joint venture, which is called HPDG LLC. It's a California LLC. So we have a joint venture with Snoop, and he's also a shareholder in Hempacco. And our goal is to launch new and exciting products.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, when I told my 15-year-old son that Snoop Dogg may be coming to the NASDAQ, he was very excited. So maybe we can still get him to come and
we will definitely be there. He just has a concert tour coming up. So we are planning in the next few months to come and interview live in studio with you.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun. What products do you plan to launch together?
So we're looking at 3 or 4 different families of products, one being our paper products. So natural hemp rolling paper, so in little booklets. We also have our tubes, so specialty tubes that will be flavored. So cool things like grape, honey, sweet vanilla. And then also a full line of edibles, from gummies to chocolates to peanut butter cups, and a line of smokables. So the very important thing is that he is very involved. He knows his client. He knows the marketplace. So he's involved with the R&D. He's involved with the look and feel, the packaging. So he's very, very hands-on.
Yeah. So that's great to hear. So will you be using any of your technology on the products?
Absolutely. Starting from our spraying technology that we talked about, which is spraying terpenes onto both the flour and to the paper. So very important that we are able to use that technology. And then, of course, when we roll out our smokables, we may have a low odor technology, which I announced on your show. So low odor, taking the smell out of hemp and cannabis.
That's right. So, and then how do you think this deal with Snoop Dogg may impact the whole industry?
Yeah, so we're very bullish on it. We're very happy. He will take, we believe, hemp cannabinoid products to the next level. So he has a vision that he sees in cannabis, but we're able to take this product and launch it across the United States and the world, where we think a lot of people, as you said, your 15-year-old son, but 30, 40-year-old buyers that are excited about carrying this product would love to carry this product in their stores and in their distribution model.
Yeah, no, very interesting. Thank you for sharing that news, and we look forward to updates for the rest of the year.
Hopefully we'll be there soon, and your son can come and meet him. My son, too, he's 13 years old, so he wants to be there.
I know. We'll try to arrange that. Thank you so much, Sandro, for coming in and explaining.
Thank you, Jade.
Yeah.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. If we didn't have partnerships and trust, nothing would move forward. We like to get to know the core of the client. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
Here at Grove Coin, we're opening doors, building strong and blazing our own trail. We're combining a complete digital finance ecosystem with cutting-edge sustainable technology to create a new kind of hybrid business. We believe in a healthier future, and that virtual currencies built with trust, integrity, and purpose can help us all reach that future together. Grove Coin. Be a part of the innovators, be a part of the visionaries, be a part of the future.
Do your employees use Zoom? Do your employees use Microsoft Teams? Professionals need enhanced security. Add Zarify's Defender for the only secure, zero-trust video conferencing protection. Your employees, clients, and patients deserve it.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
DevVstream provides upfront capital for sustainability projects in exchange for carbon credit rights. And through the rights, they can generate and manage carbon credits by utilizing the most technologically advanced blockchain-based platform. And the company invests in green projects that generate renewable energy, improve energy efficiencies, eliminate or reduce emissions, and sequester carbon directly from the air. So with me is the CEO of Sustainable Green Team, Tony Raynor. Great to have you back again.
Thank you.
And Trinh, who is the CEO of DevStream.
Thank you.
Let's start with how you two are working together. Go ahead, Tony, and then we'll have Sonny.
Well, the Sustainable Green Team's mission is based and founded on sustainability and constantly looking for types of relationships that can collaborate together. We met actually in the UN where they were representing, and so it's our missions seem to be quite aligned.
Okay, yeah, a lot of good synergy there. Do you want to chime in a little bit on that?
So we love what the Sustainable Green Team's doing, and what we want to bring is using carbon credits as a financial vehicle to add more value to some of the results that they provide, but also through our partnerships with large corporations that are large farm conglomerates. We want to take their technology into those places as well to help them expand further, and again, to just kind of help move forward with what they're doing.
Yeah, and explain a little bit more about DevStream. I gave a little bit of an intro, but go into depth about what it is you do exactly.
Yeah, so we play in what's called the carbon credit world. And what a carbon credit is when a company does something good that reduces emissions, every ton that they reduce or avoid, they get what's called a carbon credit. And that could be traded and sold to companies who are trying to meet their net zero goals. And so the carbon credit, using that money, it helps fund projects and advanced technologies, kind of like what Tony's doing with Sustainable Green Team. By using carbon credits, it can help expand what he's doing even further and really make a much larger impact.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of it in agriculture in particular.
Yep.
Even farmers are getting carbon credits for the way they plant and the way they grow. How is the carbon credit market? It still feels very new. Has it really gained traction yet?
Yeah, no, it is fairly new, but it's actually quite large globally. Okay. There's what's called the voluntary space and the compliance. If you combine the two, it's over $900 billion annually.
Ah, okay, interesting. And then tell me a little bit about Sustainable Green Team. I mean, we know, we go into depth about what the company does.
Well, our company is vertically integrated, and everything we do comes through a fiber source. And so we have really aligned our mission to sustainable forestry, wood collection, diverting, waste that would normally go into a landfill and making a usable product. So we manufacture a lot of tons, and we are looking to grow our portfolio and to add a lot of value for our shareholders.
Yeah, well, I know you've worked with some of the natural disasters, like the hurricanes in Florida, help with cleanup and make sure all that's done in a sustainable way.
We diverted a lot of tons from going into a landfill, and we actually have a partnership with Waste Management where we recycle on one of their landfill spaces. So the material comes in and then it goes out versus being buried.
Now, do you then provide the carbon credits to some of the other companies that you work with, or how does that all work?
I'll let Sonny chime in that. We're working together to be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, so DevStream is coming in to help Tony's company generate carbon credits and at the same time find buyers to pay for the carbon credits, and then using that money, we can help expand what he's doing further. In addition, we have a partnership with a former member of Parliament up in Canada. They do a lot of lumbering and logging in Canada as well. So there's tons of waste lumber through that process that we want to bring Tony's process into to help create that sustainability process.
Yeah, and then how would you, just finally, talk about your strategy for this year? Where would you like to see things go as a partner, and then also for each individual company?
Sure.
Yep, so, really having the strategic partnerships that we have and being able to integrate that into the model that we have to grow and to expand and to really to continue to educate the market on what's happening so that more people can benefit by doing the right thing. So in sustainability, we have to change the way we do things to have a better sustainable future. And so us being able to collaborate together, I believe, gives us a much better opportunity to achieve that.
Yeah, and on the DevStream side, we look for partners and technologies that really make an impact in the world. So there's what's called nature-based projects where you're preserving forests. It's very important, but that's not what we do. We want to do something that can take it one step further. And that's what Tony's company does. It takes one step further by taking these waste wood and creating a product that helps farming and helps regenerative farming and agriculture as well too. So we want to bring what we have to help enhance what they do as well and help their balance sheet, and then again, on to expand.
Yeah, well, and a lot of these partnerships make sense too, because it's just getting bigger and you're reaching more people that way. So thank you so much, Sonny and Tony, for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Welcome everybody to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry, along with Alain Ghiai, the CEO of SKUR. Welcome, Alain.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone.
Okay, our weekly hack is Morgan Stanley. They just fined some of their employees a pretty hefty dollar amount, up to $1 million, for using a pretty common messaging platform such as WhatsApp. Well, thank goodness I don't work for Morgan Stanley, because I think I used WhatsApp last night, but I'm certainly not sending valuable information over that open source messaging platform. So, Alain, break it down for us. Why do you think they're doing that to their employees, and what are some alternatives out there?
Well, there was actually, this is a follow-up to a huge fine that was imposed. I think Morgan Stanley was in it, B of A, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank in 2022, late last year. We heard that those large institutions were fined close to $2 billion, that's billion with a B, for using WhatsApp and other open source messaging. And the reason is that, today, most people are using text or messaging because it's just an instant way to communicate. I don't know if you notice, we don't talk on the phone that much, and sending an email back in the day, sending email was instant communication. Now it's a slow communication. So the trend is moving to Messenger. And the problem is that I can point you to at least a couple websites that will show you how to hack WhatsApp in 10 minutes. That's the scary part. You don't need to be a fancy hacker in the underworld. You can just look it up, search it, and it shows you. And that's exactly why they fine these people. Now, there was a huge fine again in 2022, but people are not listening because people are creatures of habit, right? We always use a thing. And the other big thing is that they say, okay, I have my client in Brazil, for example. These are high net worth individuals and all that. And they say, well, they use WhatsApp, so how am I going to communicate with them? Right? So that's the issue. Some people were fined a few $1,000s, up to $1 million for some, because if you're a senior banker, you should know better, because you should know all the regulation. If you're a new employee, maybe you didn't know, but everybody got slapped with that fine.
Right. And the question is, how can I communicate in a quick, swift way? But now the real question is in a secure way, in a private way. So tell us a little bit about the secure alternative that you all have for us.
Yeah, so, everybody says, well, WhatsApp is secure, Signal is secure. These are famous companies, right? I mean, just any of these messenger, there's security like you take off the shelf, as if you go to Walmart and you have a standardized packaged food, for example, and then you can go and have bespoke and custom tailor meals for you. We are the custom tailor, bespoke. We put better ingredient. Obviously, the whole culture of the company is a culture of privacy. So everybody already is into that privacy mode. Every feature that we implement, we are putting ourselves in the user's mind. How can I make this more private? And we are a paranoid bunch, so we want to make sure that it's highly encrypted, and we use both existing encryption tool and our own on top of it. So what's unique with Secure Messenger, which would be the replacement to any of these messaging applications, is that we launched Secure Messenger for consumers first, and then we had the pushback from institutions that were telling us, well, we can't archive this. That's another reason as well. But even if these companies come up with business solution, at the end, they are advertising companies, right? Meta makes money from advertising. And besides that, you have all the hackers that can get into these systems now. Because the minute you give your phone number away in the app to register, somebody can get in. It's just as simple as that. So Secure Messengers has a few things that would prevent this. First of all, we don't ask for your phone number. So you could be using Messenger for consumer or business without having to give away your phone number. So that makes it hard for a hacker to even find you. And then for somebody to come into Secure and be part of your address book, to have a secure number, they need to be a secure user, and you need to accept them, even if they know your secure number, which is a 6-digit number typically. You still need to accept them, right? So if you don't want them in your contact list, you just remove or block them. So that's a huge thing. Then we have the Swiss privacy laws that are pretty strict, the strictest in the world when it comes to data, and also our infrastructure that is only ours. So we already talked about our software, our company culture, the whole privacy, the non-open source, all of that. Now we're going to talk about the hardware and infrastructure hosted in Switzerland with our own machine. That means that we don't use third-party big tech providers like basically these companies do. I can't mention them because we're on a TV show, but basically I think everybody knows who's using the big tech provider of global hostings. There's 2 or 3 companies. We don't do that. We have our own machines. So right away, you're in a very restrictive and hard to penetrate system. Then for businesses, what we did, as I mentioned, we got pushback because we have a self-destruct timer. So for businesses, we have an archiving tool now, and we're launching multiple user management, probably by the end of March. And now we'll be able to go and sell to all these small or large businesses. We've already started with America Movil, which is the largest telecom provider in Latin America, trading on the New York Stock Exchange. And we are selling to business and enterprise over there. So we're hoping that in the US, we can also get more of that.
Fantastic. And one more point that we should mention is there is no data mining. You have upfront, very clear fees, and that's where you make your money.
That's it. We don't data mine you. We can't even look at your message. So that's a plus. That's where the architecture of the system and the company culture comes in, where you say, no, we should make it that nobody can do this or nobody can do that. In fact, we're launching an offline mode. And the first issue was when it's offline, you have metadata. So we said as soon as it's back online, it deletes what it was storing. So you can see offline, a lot of thoughts into that system. So yes, we don't data mine you, and we charge $7 a month for the business application. or $5 a month for the consumer. And you also have a bundle if you want with our secure mail. But the messenger is it's kind of a business that's growing very fast because everybody's using text or message. If I may, a very important feature that nobody else has, that we have, is you can chat with somebody that doesn't have SKUR. Because the famous banker who's talking, they're chatting with their people all over the US, Brazil, Asia, all over, and they're all using these other applications. They don't have SKUR. So here you can text a client or email them. They'll have a link, and then they click on the link and you can chat with them seamlessly. They don't need to register to SKUR or download the application. And then when the conversation is over, locally, you can delete it from your phone, but the archiving will be done at your company automatically. So if FINRA comes, for example, and needs to audit your messages, the company, the financial institution will have all the record, and you, the banker, and the client will not have it on your phone for the hacker. So that's a very unique feature, and we're actually improving to comply with these new US laws, the opt-in and all of that. So we're really up to date with all the regulation when it comes to texting someone when you get a notification. So you can chat with anybody outside of SKUR as well in about 80 countries in the world.
That's a great feature to mention. So if this is piquing our audience's interest, what should they do next? And is there a code for us to get a little discount?
Yes, we're Swiss. We like discounts. So
we all like discounts.
Money conscious. So we obviously, you can go to sekur.com, SEKUR.com. We encourage you to take a look. We just launched a very easy to use page to look at our tutorials as well. We constantly improve. We have a great support system, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. East Coast. And the discount is a promo code called privacy. So when you go to sekur.com to register, put your credit card info and so forth, you have a space to put the promo code. It gives you 15% off monthly or yearly. If you choose a yearly package, the total between the 2-month free and the discount is 32% off on a yearly package. So it's very advantageous. And again, these are not expensive systems. We charge $7 a month for a business, or $5 for consumer. That's before the discount.
Well, it's all about how much is our privacy worth, and it's going to be worth a lot more these coming days because we know it's only going to get worse. So we thank you for informing us, changing our habits, and keeping our data safe and secure because, as you say, privacy has arrived with SKUR.
It's important.
It is important. All right, Alain, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks, Anna. Pleased to be here. Bye-bye.
Thank you all for watching.